Welcome back, Dogs of War. Well, Gara, I've already beaten you. I'm going to auto-resolve now. We should have a nice victory. We do. And goodbye, Gara. I would like to take a moment to let all of you know that Fenris of Steel Faith Overhaul II, he's a really cool guy. That guy will help me out whenever I need help, and he's been a great help. So make sure that you do check out Steel Faith and to tell him, hey man, you're doing a great job. Anyway, over here we've got a new event, Maneuvers. One of your military advisors approaches you. My lord, to improve the capabilities of our troops in the field, we should intensify their training and send them to maneuvers. It would take some time, during which the readiness of our forces would be diminished, but they should be much more capable after their training. I like that, 4 turns of 250 experience per turn. I'll take it for right now. That is really ideal. I might lose a little bit of money. A teller of tales. Not an official title, but there's always one long beard in the feasting hall that can engross an audience with a fine tale, if offered a tankard of ale. Okay, let's go look at what we have going on now. I'm gonna need to pass a few turns, I think, to really maintain what is going on. I've got to rebuild the altar of spawns. I don't even really want that encampment. What I might do, I might destroy it. Yeah, I could get rid of it and then later rebuild it. Is it only tier 1? It is. Okay, so yeah, I will do that. I would like to replenish a little bit. I probably don't really need to, but I will anyway. About my money. How is my money doing? Let's have a look over here. You've got a military building. Do you really need one? I mean, maybe for a little while, you might need one. My landmark building, the Great Shrine of Kraka Drak. That is actually a good idea. Kraka Drak. Then I believe you were Kraka Drak, if I remember right. Roughly, anyway. That's what we're gonna call you. Alright. We've got our stone wards. I nearly want to build 2 in order to really get rid of that corruption. What if I got rid of a little bit of attrition? We don't have any more attrition. I could have more public order. And more money. Yeah, we'll do that. We need to make sure that they have a little bit of alcohol to make them happy. Or to put them in a better mood. Okay, Doric Umgi Bane, I'm going to give you right now Rune of Fire. A red hot rune struck on the weapon, able to unleash devastating cleansing fire. It has a tier 2 level as well. Amazing. Okay, what about over here? Gloin the Chariot's Bane. I'm gonna give you hard to hit. Let's make you tanky in battle. And now we can end our turn. Now, the dwarves honor their ancestors instead of worshipping otherworldly gods. They believe that the spirits of their ancestors watch over them. There's a few ancestor gods, but Grungni, Valaya, and Grimnir are the most important ones. According to legend, these 3 were born deep within the hearts of the first mountains, and all dwarves really descend from them. Then you have Gazul, the younger brother of those 3, who protects the spirits of the clan ancestors. You've got a few other ancestor gods too, but a few of them are just kind of delegated to their individual clan who might worship them on their own. You've got Smednir, Thungni, and Morgrim. Now Grungni is the ancestor god of mining and stoneworking. You can see how he might be very important. Valaya is a goddess of home and healing. Grimnir is a god of warriors. Gazul is a god of the underearth. Smednir is a shaper of war. Thungni is the god of runesmiths. And Morgrim is the ancestor god of engineers. So now you know a little bit more about their religion, so when you see those names pop up, you know who they are now. It's not really like a lot of Norse Dwarf lore. A lot of it comes from Stone and Steel, which is an incredible lore book for the dwarves. There's even a very famous guild, which is probably still around now, made up of only dwarves, and they were called Stone and Steel, and they went from game to game, playing as only dwarves whenever they could. Okay, more technology completed. I've already read that, so I won't do it again. We do have more beastmen on the way. What do I want now? More money? I would like more money. I think that would be a good idea. Led by example, more of that. What about over here? I do like the idea of reducing the overall cost of buildings for recruitment and support. I'm gonna do that. It'll make my quarrelers and my rangers cheaper too. This is troll country. Okay, like miners to the promising vein, slayers gather in a region infested by trolls and giants. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I know that reference. Okay. It's time for me to end my turn again, I believe. We've got another enemy over here. Can I just beat them outright? I can. Goodbye. Give me that gold. 1,000 more gold given to me. Even better. Kislev, I hope you're not trying to betray me. I don't believe you will. I highly doubt that. I believe we're now ready to go into combat. Let's combine what we have. If you want to combine and you don't know how to do it, here's how you do it. You use Control A to select all, then Control M to combine every unit that you have. Now we go into combat. And I am going to burn it down. Will I auto-resolve? That wouldn't be fair. Again, auto-resolving is rather foobar. The bounce of power is not really indicative of the true power of an army. Not always. I mean, from time to time it'll be accurate, and I will use it if I know for sure that I will win, but other than that, if my enemy has a nice full army, we might as well fight them. I believe at tier 2, we would have fought them in their settlement. That's usually how that works out if I remember right. But they're only at tier 1 right now, which is why we're getting a rather normal field battle. They marched out. But that is okay, maybe one day we'll need to defend it at a higher tier. Alright. I've got a lot of quarrelers and I'm going to use them. A lot. I want 2 of you over here, much like that. Dwarf warriors, I want you right in the middle, kind of stretched out a little bit. There we go. Ward bearers, I want you in the middle, guarding and fighting. Thorgard, you'll be in the middle too. Khazad-dûn, you as well. Norscan warriors, you're going to wait on my flanks and keep my quarrelers safe. You need to. That is very important that you do so. Slayers, you'll be back here waiting to fight. You'll probably need to fight a few Chaos Warhounds or whatever. Huskarls, I want more of you over here on the flank. Miners, I want more of you over here. And that is how we'll do it. They're a lot faster, and I do have artillery. We'll take out whatever we can. They do have trolls. I'm not too worried about them. My quarrelers will destroy them. I will make short work of them. Now, there's a few master runes that I would like to pick up. I would like to pick up a few that debilitate my foes, that debuff them. If I keep on doing that, they'll be quite weak whenever they fight my characters like Khazad-dûn or even Thorgard, who is becoming quite powerful, which I'm very happy to hear about. Okay, let's go over here and look at our enemy armies coming to fight us right now. Here they come. There's my artillery. Let's try to kill whoever we can. Yeah, why don't you come over here and attack? Why don't you attack over here? I could go after what they have on their flanks, but for now we're going to focus on trolls and other targets like that. Here we go. I'm going to slow them down a little bit. That way they can't get here too quickly. I mean, I don't care how tough you are. If you can regenerate, I'll shoot you with more bolts. There we go. Now you 3 can go handle that. Let's go look over here. Go after Marauder Horsemen. Thank you. Over here, you'll still go after trolls because you need to. Here's a bit more armor. Enjoy. Go kill them. Slayers, again, you're waiting back here. Miners, how are you doing? I think you're okay. Let's form up a little bit, friends. Very good. Slayers, I'm gonna have you come over here for now. Go after these guys, and I think we're good. My flanks might be in trouble, that's true. You know what? I'm gonna move you over here to my right flank. I'm gonna keep you guys over here. Uh-oh, hold on, hold on. Artillery, you're done. I don't want any friendly fire. Don't do that to me. Go after that group instead. There's Haka, going to annoy me as usual. Okay, no one is breaking right now. I do have a Crown of Command that I should probably use eventually. Huskarls, I believe you're okay. Miners, you've done good work. Go after a few Warhounds, and other miners come over here to help out. We're taking a lot of damage, it looks like. The trolls are gone, or they're pretty beat up, but they're not gone. Okay, so they're in range, right? They are in range. Let's go kill them. We're trying to kill them. I'm working on it. More Dwarf Warriors, come over here. Norscan Warriors, I want you to flank these guys, so come over here. We're going to flank them as I go after trolls. What about on the right flank? Let's check it out real quick. I got miners still. Took out a lot. Slayers, what do I want you to do? Well, I guess we'll find out. First off, I want you two to form up. Dwarf Warriors, I want you to form up and go after a few Warhounds. I mean, they're bothering me a lot. Those trolls are dying off. Let's go into slow motion just for a brief moment as we charge in to check out the battle before they all break, because I'm doing a lot of damage. I really am. Yeah, come over here. You'll watch out for these guys real quick. I think I want you 3 to target this group now. Go after those Chaos Marauders right now. Haka, I'll go after you. Thorgard, try to go kill him if you don't mind. Don't use guard mode. What about you? What are you doing? Give all of them more armor. They'll need it. Now they have a lot more armor. 150 is pretty good, Khazad-dûn. And Slayers, I mean, they usually get a lot of kills. Mine just go in and fight, but yeah, let's go check out the battle. Here they are right now. We're holding them back. I'm using artillery, I'm using a lot of quarterlers to beat them. A siege battle would be even easier. I mean, they would have to come out, and they would all be funneled into like a tight location if they were trying to charge out. It wouldn't go well for them. Look at that. Okay. Those trolls might be back, right? They're not shattered, no. Dwarf warriors, I know you're not fighting. You don't need to fight. Not yet. Come over here. Or actually, go after warhounds real quick, if you don't mind. Warlords are doing a pretty good job. Let's go back after these guys over here. Lorgard beat Haka easily. Goodbye, Haka. Okay, what about you? You're not attacking anyone. Well, maybe you should be. Oh, here they come now. Could have all of you attack that one group. No, I won't do that. I'd rather have you flank enemies, but attack over here anyway. I think that'll be okay. Here, I'm going to direct their fire to one individual location with my Alt button. There we go. That's going to run right through them now. That's what I want. Alright, damage more of them. There's actually a lot of damage happening over here. Let's move all of my quarterlers nearby to where they can help out. My enemies are beginning to break, which is ideal. Yeah, they're really beginning to fall apart. I'm sure a few might come back, but that should do it for now. We won a battle. The battle is now over. We don't need to chase them. It's over. Haka has now been beaten. We lost over 300. My enemies lost, well, over 1,000 men have died today. That was a pretty good fight. We're showing how we have grown over time. I'd like to probably spend a few turns or quite some time growing. We've actually done quite a bit in a short amount of time considering where we're at. We're in very hostile lands. I mean, it's not like every location that I can conquer will work to my benefit. When I think about it, the greenskins wouldn't be a big deal if they couldn't really work the underway as much. That would actually be pretty interesting to make the orcs stronger, but to get rid of their underway capabilities, unless they had like some special ability or maybe a building to unlock it. Then you could have tons of enemies funneled in, and that would be fascinating, letting the dwarves travel a little bit faster, or maybe they couldn't even travel via the underway because it's in disrepair until they actually repair it. Then they can use it to go from capital to capital, not just like anywhere where they want to. That would be great. It would still be very handy, but it would make for some very interesting battles and a lot of strategic choices that might be pretty interesting too. Okay, dwarves excel at digging, not the crude tunnels of Skaven and goblins, but masterful underground passages that can also use such skills when besieging the enemy. Alright. The armor of Borek Beetlebrow. To rid Karakhern of two despicable giants, Borek fashioned a suit of exquisite Gromrel armor that glows with several master runes. Well, great. And we have a new right if we ever need it. Still to hold.
For the wisdom of the layer.
You already have amazing armor. You don't need that. You did level up. Okay, what am I going to give you? More replenishment. Yeah, we do need that, so take that now. I meant to burn it down, but I suppose I will keep it. Let's get rid of that little building. It won't be easy, but I'm going to try to keep it. People are fairly happy. So I have armor for you. You have decent armor, but let's give you better armor. There we go. And for you, Gloin, we'll give you that new armor. Well, I'll give you a charmed shield. Here's a potion of speed. Here's some more income from whatever we might pick up, I suppose. And I think that's pretty good. Do you have any room for a follower? You do. You don't have any slayers. What about one of you? Can one of you pick that up? I would like to make them cheaper. No, you can't pick that up. What about Khazadrin? Can you? You can get a choir master. All right. Understood. Here's your extra armor. Now you'll be at 130. Though right now you are crazy. Sounds about right. Okay. We get to grow in quite some time. I would like to make all of you grow even faster. Here we go. Empower the guilds right now. We're going to save up for our underground channel. That will give me more money and walls over there. Over here, we don't need walls yet. I do need to go rebuild Altar of Spawns eventually. Do I have the money for that now? Can I do it without any issues? Let's find out. I could probably do it now. Well, let's go then. Now we can end our turn. Let's get ready for a new turn where we're gonna put our foes to the sword, hammer, whatever we have at hand. Doesn't really matter. Tinker de Vel. Well, after we drink it. Can't be a full Tinker de Vel. That would be rude. And a crime against Grugni. One thing I'm going to tell you about D&D, because I usually do bring it up here and there in my videos, I'm never going to run a campaign without taking a lot of notes for each part. I really wish I did, and I wish I kept track of time, but it was their first campaign and my first campaign as a DM. Thankfully, people have said I've done a very good job, and I'm always wanting to get better, of course. I mean, I always want to get better, and I want to learn more, and I want to, like, know it off the top of my head, but I've really enjoyed it, and I think everyone is having fun and all that, but in the future, I will keep notes, because I'll be able to do more elaborate plot lines that kind of advance. I like the idea of NPCs who live their lives, who are not really dictated by only what the NPCs do. Like, if they don't do some type of quest, one day you might see a group of guys coming back to town who were like, hey, look at what I got. They have like a amazing sword that they picked up from that quest. And so then they'll be like, oh crap, we didn't want to do that, but other people took care of that problem. And maybe they won't care, but it'll show that people are willing to fight for their land. That's just my point of view. That could be incorrect, but I'll give it a go. If it doesn't work out, then I won't do it again. But if it does work out, hey, pretty cool. Alright, I do want my commandment. I could get rid of recruitment over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. As much as I want a better garrison, I think I might focus on public order. If I can get my public order up, the good part is we would have more tax money. More tax money, more killing. Okay, if I build you, I lose more income. I'm going to keep you up for now. Yeah. Again, we don't have much more to do. We don't have a new war to fight yet. I would like to find out if I can trade. Oh, hello, Nordland.
Come then. Only Sigma's god.
Now, I'm going to try to charge you for that. I'm going to demand payment. Let's try 500 gold. I know you're not very powerful. Very good. I now have 500 more gold. Let's try a non-aggression pact for 500 more gold. Yeah, they don't have a lot of money. What about if I charged you demand payment 300 gold?
Affirmative.
They did it. So I made a little bit more gold again. And now we have a new kind of friend. I don't know what they'll be doing later. Okay, let's end our turn now. We can do that. Everything is just working out. The Under Empire. The Court of Libraries, Exiles of Nehek. There's Averlin.
Hail to your emperor, manlings.
The military lines over here. Okay. Let's find out now how we're going to take care of our issues. We're going to need to save up money. We're going to need to rebuild what we have here. I would like to go attack another faction, but now there's like 3 avenues of attack. Up north, over to the west, and down here too. So they could attack me from quite a few locations. What do you want? No, I do not want to enter any entangling alliances, because one day you might fight someone who I like. Now, if they're all friendly with the Empire, then I could do it, but they're not. They're really not. Kislev is strangely powerful. They don't usually become that powerful in my campaigns. I wonder if it's because I'm taking care of like other tribes and I'm keeping them in check. That could be it. I don't really know though. Getting closer to the Sea of Claws will be dangerous. I might try to stick to the north and west, depending on what we can do. Yeah, look at that. It's like a long time to grow here. Wow. Do I even want your tax money? I'll take it for now. Alright. So we're not very happy. What can I build to make you happy? I could get rid of a lot of corruption while I'm here. But it's already going down, really. That would be +2 to public order. I could reduce the cost of buildings. I could get a trading depot. More campaign movement range, sure. I don't really want any Norse warriors, not right now. But more money sounds pretty good. I do like the idea of having more money, but then again, stone wards, man. Yeah, we'll get rid of a bunch of corruption while we're here. I can't build any walls there, not yet. Oh, hello. Alright, let's go over here. Ungruvok channel. Let's go ahead and read it again just for fun. The Ungruvok is an impressive underground channel that connects our current town to the Sea of Claws and thus Kraka Drak to Kislev and the Empire. So we'll take that now. We'll come over here and build that to Dwarf Docks, and later I can get my runic wards to get a runesmith. That'll actually give me 1 out of 1 since I already have one. So my cap won't actually increase to recruit a new one. But if I build another one, then sure, I can have a new runesmith. Hopefully we'll get like a random event for a hero eventually. That would be nice. Alright, all of you are pretty unhappy. Let's try to work on that. There we go. Let's work on making them very happy. Now, you don't have the money to do what I want you to do, so you can wait here for now. Wait. We have Skaven over here. Never mind, I've got to go fight. Alright, if we've got to do that, then I want you guys to move over here. They don't have an army, that's good. Clan Null, you've got to be all over the map then if you're over here. Yeah, I'm going to have you come up. Doric, I'm going to let him go down and fight, but I need you to go take over. For a little while. Okay, public order, I've got to get you up. Let's end our turn again. Again, we're going to be ending our turns a lot. I could fight the Skaven in a battle. I kind of want to find out how we match up. I might do that just for a little bit of fun to find out how we match up. It's only going to be a tiny garrison. But at the very least, I don't need to waste my money trying to rebuild that location. It'll be alright. Alright. No more enemies to get Genghis Khan with me until we go over to the west, and then we can worry about them. Kraka Drak. Okay, now it's back to me again. Let's have a look at it. Khazadrin, what do you have? You're level 12, very good. Strike the runes, I'm going to give you Rune of Fury, as I do want to pick up Rune of Negation, which will reduce damage by 1/4. I thought it was like 22%, like some weird number. I mean, I'm happy if it's gone up by like 3%, but anyway. Let's get you to come over here. Can you get here via forced march? Not right away. So move here. They're only fairly happy because I'm over here. Let's move out now. Oh yeah, look at that. We're gonna have a pretty big rebellion. I might need to recruit a unit or two when I get over there. Okay, we're gonna need quite a few turns to upgrade Kraka Drak. Well, actually, 7 more will do. 7 more will do. I've got a decent amount of money. I couldn't have another army. I could improve my main army. I can build a few runes right now, but I'm waiting for better runes in the future. Those runes are more desirable to me. Yeah, our objectives will be whatever we want them to be. I think a few victory conditions have been added for a few other factions via the Unlocker mod, but not too sure. Maybe not for Kraka Drak. Modders have made a more complete experience for me when it comes to Warhammer. I'm really enjoying it. The Under Empire again. But yeah, whenever you have a mod collection that works out, make sure that you save it. Like copy paste every file, and then put it in a neat folder. That way, if you ever have a mod update that might break your save, you can go back and put that in. It'll save you a lot of trouble. Like once you know it works, bam, keep it. What we do need though is a new mod launcher, one that will let us kind of reorganize the overall load order. That is very important. I mean, I remember like fan-made mod managers back in the day for like Elder Scrolls 4. And that was a long time ago too. But if we had that, that would actually solve a lot of problems. I mean, you have to imagine that you're using a lot of mods and a few things might override or whatever. Oh, a rogue army, where did you come from? We don't get a lot of those anymore. Okay, Thorgard. Let's have you go attack now. You can reach it, let's go after it. I don't care who you're allied to. I mean, that's really way too tiny. Look at those numbers, I mean, that's a really big army. in terms of like how few units they have. Okay, we're gonna occupy it. I now have a new province under my command. Okay, let's go work on public order. They're very unhappy, which means our enemies will pop up at Kraka Drak. Yeah, you'll take that for now. I want you to head over here. There we go, we can get rid of more corruption. Level 14 for you, my friend. We will give you more replenishment because you need it. We can get lightning strike later. Okay. I can build that up now. I think I will. Let's do it. I want my Reneg wars. Where the winds blow strongest and the taint is most dangerous, new and more powerful wards must be built. More public order. We get to recruit a few stone guard. That's pretty cool. It's in a turn again. We're about to unlock more technology too. So we're gonna figure it out. All right. I've got kind of a weird landmass right now. It's kind of a weird shape, but I don't have every mountain range that I might want. I mean, if I can get to the coastline, that would be great. If it was like an isolated tribe, I could go after them, but I'm trying to maintain a peace in several locations. I'm trying to get rid of corruption. I could imagine like Kislev and the Empire backing them up and being like, yo, let's use your ward magic to kind of get rid of some corruption here. And I think that would be very cool. Oh good, a major power would like to have a peace treaty with me. I'm ranked 21 right now when it comes to strength. I think I was much higher before, but other factions have become more powerful. You might be top dog for a little while, but one day others will come by. They will get at you. So now we wait for a new turn again. Rogue armies are interesting. Sometimes they're a little bit too lore breaking in my view. You get some weird matchups. Look at that, over 3,000 gold now. We're making even more. Let's go look over here. I'm gonna upgrade that to tier 2. Actually, I might... Ooh, 27 turns though, that's a lot. Okay, we've gotten rid of a lot of corruption. Why don't we go over here and get more growth going on? 27 turns is a little bit too long. I don't like that. Okay, and Cameron, I know that you're pretty happy. Here's Ek, or again, as we pronounce it, Ech. Okay, who do we have over here? We've got the Tower of Krak, the Bay of Blades. I need them to destroy that so I can take it later. I'll need like 2 armies to kind of maintain over here in case they come after me. I would like to build a little watchtower, a little watch room over here. That would be pretty good. But I wouldn't have walls over at Kraka Drak. My encampment won't be tier 2 until later. 14 turns to go for that one. Oh, that's a long time. That is really unfortunate. Alright, you know what? I suppose we do need a watch room. Can I build anything over here? 2 turns for that. Alright, fine. Let's do it then. Let's do it. My capital will be ready in 4 more turns. Research available. Let's go look at what we can pick up now. I could make my Slayers mightier. Not right now. Okay, I need technology too to get more units. Understood. Yeah, attrition goes down. King in the north. Oh boy. Other dwarf factions wouldn't be a fan of me, but the Empire would like me. I mean, they are close to me. Norse vengeance would be good. Oh, hello. Kind of like that idea. How long? 58 turns? Wow. Yeah, that might take a minute. Let's go over here first. 10 turns. Reinstate the trade routes. Gold, 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 gold. I think I get the point. It's actually not that much gold. I mean, it's a decent upgrade. And I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take it. Alright. That's it for me. Can't do much more. If I got rid of your tax money, how much would I lose? A decent amount, but again, if we can get that public order up, that would be ideal. I'm going to take a hit in income for right now to get public order up. It's a long-term investment. I don't have a lot to spend my gold on right now. That will change, sure. And even if I want to build a new army, I can't just have a large amount in my treasury. I'll need a high enough income to be okay, or eventually that's going away. Because buildings aren't cheap. So I will try to get my public order up because I'll get a better tax rate anyway in the long term. Alright. So now we can wait until a few more things go on. I really thought we'd have a much tougher struggle, but the AESLINGS are now a paltry sum to us. I mean, they're really insignificant, especially now. I kind of ground them into the snow. I kind of like to imagine all of my dwarves wear like these white cloaks and they hide in the freaking snow like ninjas or something. And they pop out because Thorgard can ambush all the time. It's really powerful. I need to use it a lot more. I need to get like one lord to follow, and he's gonna be my bait, my army bait, and then he's just gonna lure them. Okay, back to me again. Oh no, a Vermintide. I did lose a lot of money over here. 6 turns total. There goes my public order. That's really unfortunate. We're gonna have another issue here. My income goes down too. Skaven corruption goes up. Wow. That is not good. I'm gonna repair all that. I wonder if I get rid of the nearby Skaven settlement, if things will be okay. They will attack me. I'm glad I have walls everywhere now. Thank you, landmark building. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't be able to have walls unless I get rid of my runes, and I don't want to do that just yet. Okay, you can grow in how long? Well, you're losing growth now. That's really awful, man. I'm gonna lose growth. Yeah, that's going down by 60 right now. That's really gonna put me back. That's one event that will really put me back. Okay. Everyone is becoming happy. Gloin, what are you doing right now? I'm gonna have you use, or get hard to hit. I might actually use you on the field for now. Why don't you come over here and bother a few enemies for me? Like Ek. I don't have walls here or up here. If I get walls up here in like 5 turns, I mean, that'll be quite beneficial. I want to grow a bit faster, otherwise I would get more public order. No runes yet. I'm still saving up. I'm only gonna allow a few more turns of not taxing one location or one province. Then we can look at what we need to do. But I have no choice right now but to kind of stabilize my lands. I mean, I did conquer, now I've got to stabilize. When I have larger armies, it won't take nearly as long, I think. Or if I conquer locations that are tier 3, then they'll downgrade to tier 2 whenever I conquer them, but at least we'll have a tier 2 location where I can build up a watch room where we can have a bigger garrison, and then I can move on. Skaven I'll get eventually. I mean, that's like a target in the back of my mind. I want to go after them, but they have a huge garrison and they have large numbers, and I could beat them, but man, those numbers can really begin to whittle you down. It isn't easy, not at all. It's alright though. One day I'll figure it out and we'll get down there. But my goal, I think, is to really go after Dark Elves. I would like to go after them later. We could potentially easily get them, I think. Maybe. Alright. What do we have over here? You're kidding me. Heroes of the Vermintide. A group of adventurers got caught in the midst of the Skaven onslaught. They have taken up the fight to stem the tide. We now lose corruption and we get more public order. Alright. I mean, not perfect, but I'll take it. I do need my armory over here, that is true. I do want a few rangers later as well. I do like my Corlys, but rangers gonna be nice as well. Okay, how's your public order looking? Still pretty poor. 7 more turns to go. I'm gonna tax you now. We're gonna bring you out over here. Well, if I leave, they'll be really unhappy. Yeah, let's go back. That corruption is still an issue. I'm getting rid of more and more. What about you, Thane? What can you do? Come over here and bother them a little bit. Good work. Now you're level 5. Whenever you get back into combat, you'll be stronger than ever. That's my goal, to make you stronger than ever. Okay, I've got money. I can't grow for a little while. Again, very unfortunate. I'm gonna build what I have. No, I can't. Uh-oh. There is no tier 4 building over here. I can't get up to tier 4. That's really unfortunate. Let's go over here now. I could get a mod for it, but I don't want to add a mod like that. I tried to limit what mods I add that might cause issues if they were to be taken off. And I've already got enough of those right now. There's a new D&D book coming out pretty soon. I can't wait for it. The Tome of... or Mordekainen's Tome of Foes. If I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, it'll be out in May. That should be fun. It's gonna add some new stuff. Alright, so let's wait now for another turn. It's gonna be a lot of waiting for right now, only because, again, we usually have like one episode after a series of constant battles where we have to stabilize and keep what we have. So, again, that is what we're going to do. So we're gonna wait and make sure that we do well in stabilizing what we have, and that'll take like a series of turns. I think like maybe in like the 50s maybe we'll finally be ready to go. The Vermintide did set me back. I do hope we get more events to where they counter that. I don't know if that will happen or not. Thankfully, again, in our main province we do have walls where hopefully we can keep our foes away from us and we'll be okay. Alright, let's have a look again. I know you're very unhappy. I understand. It's gonna bother me to have one building that can't be built over there. I wonder if it could be built up in like a tier or a capital settlement. Alright, now you're at -1. We're still getting rid of corruption. We're still growing. Okay. Am I taxing you again? Right, I am. Very good. Archidorden, you're okay. My capital. I can't upgrade anything over here. Let's go look at trade or attitude and then trade. If it wasn't for all that trade, I would not be making as much money right now. Kislev, how are you so strong? Again, I really think it's because of me. I took out a lot up here. That allowed them to be free to conquer one bit of a tribe and to do whatever they want. I don't want to grab a lord to go after a little bit of... You know what? Let's do that. I could save up for a super lord, but for now we're going to grab you and have you go out. You'll go out and get treasure for me. I could turn you into that admiral, but I think I won't get a custom lord until I can get a super custom lord by building my own lord. And that is what I mean by custom lord. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go after treasure now, so we'll have like one extra job to do. We lose some money due to upkeep, but hey, we get some extra gold and potentially new loot to equip to our characters, and any type of benefit like that can help me in a future war. That's what we're doing. We're all contributing to a future war effort where we can do so much more. If I knew that we were going to have such a long part, I would have had a longer lesson on the gods. I mean, I could talk about more, but I like to kind of keep my lessons in a bite-sized form. That way I'm not overloading anyone with a lot of information. And it might be information that you might know, but for other people who are new, it's very nice to have new information. That way you can put everything into context. You're like, okay, why is everything a big deal? And then you learn and you're like, oh wow, okay. Now I know. That's a pretty big deal. Alright, let's go now. One turn to go. We'll go over here and get some treasure. I can't wait for Chaos Dwarfs to be in here. I mean, there's a lot of empty land way over here. What is over here, man? It's gonna be... Well, I know what's over here via lore, but if they're gonna add all that in, oh boy. That should be pretty fun. Anyway, let's head back now. The Skaven are moving back out. They're causing issues. What about over here? Yeah, there's a lot of tribes over here. I've got to find out what's going on. You failed, but you did get a little bit more experience. Very good. Let's go look at where we can build. Nowhere. Let's end our turn again. Oh man. Yeah, dwarves are by far one of my favorite factions, and evidently they're going to be getting a lot of changes pretty soon. I mean, it's being hinted at. They're getting giant slayers, which is just really a slayer with a two-handed axe, but still, pretty cool. We sons of Grungni may have drunk deep from the bitter waters of misfortune, but we yet survive. Whilst a single dwarf draws breath, we will fight the evils that assail us, and we will never, ever give up. Yeah, that is a dwarf called Hengist Sternbelly, a dwarf longbeard. They're probably like one of the oldest intelligent species in the world by far. And yeah, they used to be like the most dominant power in the old world too, but they had a series of devastating wars and natural disasters that kind of reduced them, which does make sense. I mean, you would have climate change over time that would force people to migrate in like the real world, so it does make sense that there might be like some epic event that kind of reduced them in size, and that's really what happened. But let me tell you, they do not give up. They might be short, but they are broad and they are powerfully built too. I mean, they are some tough guys and gals. Okay, Khazadrin, let's give you Rune of Negation. Later we'll get the Warding Anvil, which is a nice ward save. The secret of this powerful rune is given to a rune lord by Valaya herself, insulating all under its auspices with protection from magic. Well, in this case, it'll be physical damage. Can you get out of here, Tar? That's a lot of tribesmen over here. It's going to be fascinating to fight them. And again, I'm going to allow Nordland and other factions to really do well because I'm going to take them out. They're going to do well because of me. Okay, let's go grab a bit of treasure. We're right by it. Rune of Fury, lost cargo. Very good. Look at that. More growth for every province, and over here, more income for every province. Because we found lost cargo. That's great. That's a lot of cargo then if it helped out like every location. Ooh, these are brutal looking lands. Alright, let's go now. I could disband him and bring up a new lord over here. I might do that instead. Do we have any other treasure in between? We do not. That would take way too long. Alright, buddy. We'll bring you back later. For now, let's grab a new lord. Or I can just wait. Yeah, I'll bring him back. I don't want to like spend more money than I have to right now. Even though I do have money, I don't want to spend all of it on things like that. Okay, we're about to get to tier 2 at Altar Spawns, and if we look at it, we still have money, but we need more than we have right now, which means I need to get my tax rate up. I'd like to move out my main army, but we've got to wait. We don't have a great garrison for that. We've got a decent one, I think, to take on a few things, but it could be better. But if I bring you back and get rid of a few of your units, then maybe we can make more money and afford a few more things. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to get rid of your miners too. If I let you leave now, there's bound to be a new rebellion. You know what? Let's take care of it. I want to get rid of it. I'm going to end my turn now. Alright. Oh yeah, if you want a dwarf word for something of poor quality, it's Umgok. And if you remember, Umgi is the word for man. Umgok literally means human made. So it tells you how the dwarves feel about what humans make. They're like, it's really Umgok. Yeah, dwarves are also very long-lived too. They're more than capable of living past 400 years old. And the older you are, the more respect you have. So it does make sense like on how they can kind of keep up, even though they might not be as prolific when it comes to, you know, mingling as their human counterparts. They do live for a very long time. So whenever you do have a family, I mean, I would probably as a king really put in a policy that rewards people for having large families. I'll be like, hey, you've got to pay a little bit less in taxes, and all of a sudden, a lot of beardlings come out. All right. But yeah, in terms of being like allies, it's really the dwarves down south who were allies to the Empire for like 2,500 years or so. They were best friends forever. It's a pretty close bond too. All right. Let's go look around real quick. Altar spawns, you're over here. I could get carved obsidian. which I certainly do want. That would even unlock a few runes, but I've got to get a watch room. If I want to go fight in the future, I need a decent garrison, or I'm not going to be able to really do much. So we're going to do that. I've got the money for it. We're going to keep on ending turns because we should. Thorgard, I'm going to let you come over here to Kraka Drak. How many turns until my other lord pops back up? Let's go find out, because I want him to go get things for me. Okay, 4 more turns. He won't be here for quite some time. I could even build a custom lord. I mean, before I do that, I'll need Doric to become quite powerful. That will need to wait then. Alright, I'll let you come back pretty soon, Gloin. Critical failure, never mind, you'll be back later. I was wrong. Oh, look at that, Troll Melter. Whoa, what are you? Corrosive projectiles, that's really cool, I want that. I didn't know we had that option. Alright. +1, what about if I leave? I bet it won't be good. Yeah, I had a feeling. Alright, which one would be easier for you? We got rid of a lot of corruption. Maybe you do need to head back. Yeah, you'll head back for now. That could be a little bit much, I think. Let's go look at our new right. We can get one over here. Public order goes up by 2. We get more campaign movement, but a 25 turn cooldown. It's a pretty long cooldown. I need a Monument of Grimnir. Let me go look at my building browser real quick. A Monument of Grimnir. Let's see. Ah, over here. Oh man, tier 4, so I would need to build it in a capital location. Getting heroes as a dwarf can take quite a bit of time. End our turn again. Yeah, I think if it wasn't for the War of the Beard, as the High Elves might call it, the dwarves would have had a much better shot at dealing with the Goblin Wars and other issues that came about. Those wars were really devastating. I mean, their populations were pretty much like wiped out in very many ways. I mean, every dwarf hold is essentially a city-state. It's like a small country built into the mountains, and you have a bunch of individual kings who in turn answer to the High King. Though a lot of them have fallen into enemy hands, I mean, it would be very cool if there was a long peace with like not having to deal with chaos. If the Empire came down, it really helped them out. Maybe even hiring Tilea. It wouldn't be cheap, no, but that would be incredible. Because if the dwarves are doing well, humans will do well too. You won't have to deal with as many orcs and things like that. Yeah, dwarves are pretty cool. Especially Warhammer dwarves. I really think if like their engineering guilds were a little bit more progressive, we would see them hit new technological strides much faster than anyone else. I mean, Nolan is doing that much more. I think one day Nolan will, or would, pass them up. Here we go, tier 2. Great. We can have that finally. That took forever. Yeah, go help them out real quick. I'm gonna bring you back real quick to go take out any rebellion, which we will have pretty soon. And we can finally grow again. 2 more turns to upgrade my capital. I've been waiting on that. I'm not gonna look at any runes yet. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. I mean, at the very least, I would say that Dwarven machinery wouldn't have any issues with malfunctioning. I mean, they go through a lot of testing, and it takes a lot of time for them to ever deal with any type of new technology. So by the time they're like mass producing it, it's very good. Though I really think that it's kind of funny how they have gunpowder. I would like to chalk it up to they just need to have a mixture of things, but I think in reality, if they had gunpowder, they would probably win their wars pretty handily. I mean, why fight in melee if you have a bunch of guns? Sure, that might be a pain like when they get into your lines, but man, if you had a lot more guns, guess what? You're shooting a lot. I mean, if a sword is going to do damage, guess what a gun is going to do? I could see it as being an issue, potentially for like orcs. I mean, orcs are pretty sturdy. They can take a lot of damage before they go down. It's really like the only reason why they do so well, I think. Another like very regressive part of their culture, I think, is probably the grudges. Only because they write down like every little small thing. I think big ones would be fine to like unify your people and your hold to go after a target, but for every little thing, come on now. Calm down, dwarves. Don't tell them I said that, though.
Anad.
Alright, a few more turns to go. We're about to have a rebellion over there, which is fine. I'll take care of it. Things are fine over here for the most part. We're about to grow in one more turn. That's great. 81 growth. I needed that. And now we get to end our turn again. Again, our little period to grow. I'm gonna go back home to go rebuild maybe a few new units or recruit a few new units. So I'm gonna have a new lord pop up, and he's gonna go after treasure on the waterways, and that way we can have more gold coming in, even though we might lose gold due to him just being around. If it wasn't for that, we'd be okay. And there's a little bit more to the ancestor gods too. What's crazy though is that like Valium and Grimnir and all of them and Grungni, they were like super powered dwarves. I mean, it's pretty crazy. These are like mega dwarves, and they were evidently like trained by the old ones themselves back in the old days. So they just became actual gods, which I do like that idea a lot, like actual tangible gods who, if they're gonna look like your own people, I mean, that was like a very unique thing, a very human-centric thought by the Greeks to have gods that look like them. If you look at other gods, that wasn't always the case, man. But here you had gods who were relatable. But yeah, Grungni made a bunch of axes for Grimnir, and that dude one day just kind of went into the Chaos Waste on his own, just fighting. All right, we get a Master Engineer. So we'll need a story for a Master Engineer now. That's really cool. Heck yeah. Okay, so you're gonna join me. That's great. Come over here, buddy. And now we get to upgrade. That took forever. Here's my dwarf keep. Let's go work on public order. We need to make our people happy. I need some alcohol here, I suppose. I can't get rid of any walls. I need walls every day, all the time. Doric, you're level 8. What am I going to give you, though? Uh-oh. Still not named over here. Patrol bodyguard. It's level 2. Level 2 is a little bit better. That's a very minor buff. I'm going to get that later. We don't even have those really right now. Let's grab over here Rune of the Hunter. That's a nice bonus when fighting large enemies. Woundmaker's really good. That's a lot of weapon strength. 420 to 440. That's pretty good. Rune of the Hunter. An endemic variant of the Rune of Might. It allows the bear to fell the largest trolls with a couple of precise blows. Very cool. So we'll keep you there. And you get to wait over here. I kind of want to cause issues, but let's go ahead and keep it where it's at right now. Mining camp. Am I causing more issues? Yeah, cool. Let's do that. Yeah, that's kind of like our little rating button. Yeah, we'll take care of that rebellion. What about if I move in? Nope, they'll be too happy. Alright, let's move out, but we'll wait right there. And you'll be over there later. We'll have a new lord coming pretty soon. Imminent rebellion. That's what we want, unfortunately. Yeah, like, unlike a lot of the other factions, as you have probably seen, they do like monsters or monstrous infantry and cav. But they have incredible discipline and bravery that would shame everyone else. I mean, they are heavily defense-oriented, which is how we play. We are very defensive in how we fight. I mean, they can come to me to fight me in melee, or they can get shut up by all of my ranged units. I mean, either way. Good luck. Skaven are pretty nasty though, only because, I mean, they can resort to biological warfare, and it's actually, I can understand how they could win. I don't believe the idea of like no one really believing they're real. I mean, in a world of demons and magic, I could believe it. I wouldn't be like, an underground rat city? That sounds weird in my world, right? But not in their world. In their world, it's like, holy crap, hold on. But I guess like that would drive some people crazy in some ways, but I don't know if it would be as crazy as demons. That's just weird to me, man. More money again. And rebellion gone. So by the time we get to our next part, we're gonna have an episode ready for a lot of things now. We're gonna be ready for like a new war. We're getting more income via trade and all of that. A new grudge removed. Another right for later. That's very good. Miner support. I can bring in miners. That's very cool. More income from trade. Not too bad, not too bad. I'll probably use it during a war, that way I can like travel around quickly. Kislev took over the Bay of Blades, unfortunately. I don't like that. That's why I wish we could like trade for land. I would give him a lot of gold to complete an entire province. Alright buddy, let's go grab you real quick. We're gonna let you come out. You'll come over here and grab me some money. Master Engineer, come over here. What about you? You can come join. Yeah, let's move on now. Get back home for a little while and begin recruiting some new stuff. All that's tier 3, so by the time we get there, I'll probably even spend like a few more turns, but let's go look at our master runes real quick. Okay, my cooldown will go down, but I don't want to have another micromanaging, like conducive rune or things like that to make me have to click on it more. Over here, some pretty cool stuff, like a rune of dismay. Causes fear, terror, and gets rid of enemy leadership by 4. That's very powerful. I could get my weapon strength up by 10%. I kind of like that idea too. Yeah, these are really good. I think I might take that and give that to my leader. We want him to become quite powerful in melee combat. We want him to destroy everyone. Armor rune. Oh, cool. More armor. Wait, 20% physical resistance? Wow. If I had my carved obsidian, I could get my master rune of adamant. I think I want that more. I mean, that's 15% more health, man. And then we get physical resistance. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that. A weapon with this rune moves a strength to foes with most vulnerable area with an uncanny precision. Very cool. Alright, so we're gonna move you over here. We're gonna give you, I think, a new rune, right? Can I not give that to you? Is that not meant for you? You've got a rune of slowness right now. I suppose you can't have it. What about you? You've got a rune of striking. I know I just made a rune, man. Don't you make me feel crazy, alright? Alright, I do feel a little bit crazy. Oh well. I'll look for it later. New research available. What do we want? That would be more tradable goods. Upkeep cost goes down for artillery, rock splitters, and spike gunner units. That's a lot of upkeep gone. I like that a lot. So we'll go do that real quick. Norse artisans behind the stricken gates, life continues, and skilled artisanship may flourish. There's a few over here that we could pick up later. I don't want my income going down by 5%. I don't know if I'll ever get that. It's all, I mean, like maybe in the future, but nah. I don't know. Okay, every location is happy now. We've done so much work that every location is good to go. We can now go travel the world and see what's going on. Then we can go after other tribes and try to fight them down. I'm gonna keep like one dwarf army that's a little bit smaller. I think I'm gonna have them just kind of run interference and try to hold off my foes. I'm trying to upgrade what I have, but we finally have a decent plot of land now in the west. That's really what I had to worry about. I don't want to have to wait so long to stabilize my future lands, but if I have like 2 armies, I won't really have to do that. Then I won't really have to do that too much. $7,000 years of not knowing if your other kin are alive. That's pretty wild. Now we just need like some type of like jungle warfare, like tribe of dwarves, or even like those who live in the desert. That would be pretty cool. I mean, we already have factions out there, but I just meant like beforehand if there was like more lore for them. That would be fascinating, I think. But yeah, by the time we get to our next part, I'm gonna probably have a few turns passed on just so that we can get ready for whatever we're doing, really. I've got money, I just need more money now. Underway, you're not as far. Okay, let's bring you over here. Public order is going up. 2 more turns for my capital, then I can get a tier 3 building. And then by the time we get back, we're gonna have some nice full armies that are able to do a lot. We're gonna have a lot more variety. If I didn't focus and I tried to conquer more, it'll take me a long time to ever get anything done. It will take me so long, man. It would be awful. Okay, Gloin, I'm gonna have you probably head back over here to go after whoever. Let's go find out what we have going on. They do have the Bay of Blades still, again, unfortunately. Nordland has Ice Strike Ford. It's gonna be very hard for me to keep those, or even hold those locations. Var Camp is over here. We'll go scout things out and try to take some money while we're out here. Can't wait to, I'm probably gonna upgrade Altar Spawns. I do need a pretty good name for it. That way we could customize every name that we have. Let's end a turn again. Oh right, my master engineer. I nearly forgot about him already. I might use him right now as a campaign field agent. That way we can level him up. I want to get him to like level 5. Then he'll probably be super handy. The only issue is that there's a very high chance of them being critically wounded, and that's always an issue. Roby and Rocky, we gotta kill them all. Now, if they didn't have like their own dwarf tongue, I don't think I would really be as bonded to the dwarves, but I love that they have like their own terms for many things, and it's very cool. Like, I do love that. I wish I had enough like linguistic knowledge to create my own con language, which is constructed language. But I might need to like find a class that I can take on it just to kind of like have someone teach me the ways and have a like organized lesson plan so I can really learn about that. It's a lot of work for just like a little hobby, but I think it would be a lot of fun to kind of just make a simple naming convention for a kingdom, or to just know how to do it. Alright, so I think we've done enough right now. Again, we're going to have more battles in the future. We just had to spend a lot of time rebuilding what we have right now. So when we're back, we're going to have some nice stuff here. I mean, our main town's going to be tier 3. We're going to have some pretty cool stuff, so we're going to do that. I'm going to get rid of a few more units probably. We're level 14. We do need a new name for another character, and that is our Master Engineer. Let's grab Warding Anvil. The runesmiths of Kraka Drak stand in the front lines, and with rhythmic percussions on the anvil, they keep the warriors under constant protection. Next level, we get 5% protection. That's great. Yeah, so we need a good name for our good buddy over here, our Master Engineer. We're going to bring you out to go bother people. Try it out. Oh no! That's okay. I might just use them in battle then. Those who escaped, will give you that. Now you can move a little bit further. Very good. We get 1,500 more gold. Okay, everyone, leave a like and comment down below, and I'll see all of you tomorrow with a new part. And don't worry, we'll be ready. We'll be invading and fighting many tribes again. And as always, until then.